What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? Jade Farrar for the Jade Farrar Show, and you don't need to tell me. I know it's been a very long time since I've put out a decent video. I did put out one last week, hanging out with Hassan, just, right at the end of the Rugby World Cup. I thought I'd drop in my thoughts on the Rugby World Cup, and those, as you will know if you've been following my videos, that I have absolutely no passion for rugby whatsoever. So while the country was rejoicing and we were celebrating dudes that clamber over each other for a job, I was pretty much doing everything as I normally do it. I've been really busy in my day job. Lately I've been representing TPO as the disability advisor, going around the country letting people know about a disability support framework they're calling Let's Get Real. I'll leave a link in the description box below so you can find out more about Let's Get Real. But basically what it's doing is setting new standards for disability support in New Zealand. It's really exciting. Having someone in your home can be scary. You want to know that the people that are supporting you are of the highest quality, and it's not always the case. And there are times where situations are worse than they need to be, and on occasion, unsavory situations like abuse can occur. With that being said, Let's Get Real is one of the solutions, and I've been very happy helping them roll that out. In other news, coming up next week, I have the honor and privilege of speaking at the People First Leadership Forum being held here in Auckland. A very easy trip for me to make. No planes, thank God. I've had enough of flying for a little while. I'm a big fan of People First. I have a lot of friends that work within that organization, and I couldn't be happier about being asked to speak. I've been asked to speak on leadership, so I'm having a lot of fun with that concept at the moment. And I've thought about, am I going to say on the channel? I don't know, but I might leave a copy of the presentation down in the description box once I've done it, and you can take a look for yourself. But just with everything else that I like to do, I like to relate everything to food, as you know, and somehow I've managed to relate leadership to food. So if you see the link in the description, that means I've done the presentation already, and you can check it out for yourself. Another part of the work that I do, I'm still a member of the Auckland City Council Disability Advisory Panel. I'm still having a lot of fun on that panel, and what's really exciting at the moment is that Auckland City, alongside us, are developing a Disability Operations Action Plan. What's really exciting about this action plan is I get to tweak and provide some advice around a topic that's very important to me, public transport. Auckland City does not have the greatest public transport system, and I'm barely allowed to say that in my official capacity, but this action plan is a fantastic opportunity to fix some of those issues up. But not only transport, we're also looking at Auckland Council systems and just generally enabling disabled people to have better quality of citizenship in the beautiful city that I call home. So obviously I spend a lot of time thinking about the channel, and it's been a long time since I've put out a video, and I was sitting somewhere in the house the other day. I think I was in the living room, and I was sitting there and I saw the camera, and it was like the camera was looking at me. It was taunting me. It was telling me that I was leading you guys down, and actually I was leading myself down, because this is something I'm really passionate about. So it got me, first of all, it got me to pull out the camera again and make this video. I'm going to put it out in whatever state or form it's in. I'm not going to spend a lot of time producing this. I want you guys to be able to see me. Actually, I try to do that with every video. It's not like I heavily script what I do, or I've planned what I'm going to say. You know, my Rarotonga video was a good example of how, you know, there was no script, there was no planning. I was basically grabbing out my cell phone. But I just really want you guys to know that I am thinking about the channel. I'm thinking about things that I was trying to do. Flat chats was one of those things. I've wanted to bring people in on these videos for the longest time. I work with a lot of amazing people, some really talented people. And up till now, I haven't really presented them to you on my show. And I really just want to focus on creating more opportunities where I'm not talking to myself in some bedroom. People might start thinking that I'm a little crazy. So the more people I can bring in on my journey, the better. And hopefully, I'm not going to make any commitment to this, but hopefully over the next few months, especially after Christmas, you're going to get to see some of that. I'm putting it out there right now. One of the things that I am doing, and I've got help from Hannah for this, and I've got help from my good friend Cynthia for this. I'm throwing a party. Now, as much as I would like to, there is going to be absolutely no way that I can invite you all, everybody watching this video, but I am throwing a party, and the reason behind this party is, like I said in the previous segment just now, you know, I have a lot of amazing people in my life, and I just want to create a platform, a way of showing my gratitude. Frankly, I'm hoping to get my family to this party, but I'm not even really sure whether they'll show up. My mom is a very shy person, and as much as she would love to be there, I'm sure, you know, she's gonna take a lot of convincing to get into the same room as my colleagues. It is unfortunate because they're all really great people, and I'd love the opportunity, you know, for my mum to meet people that are essentially my friends, but we'll see what happens. So yeah, again, this is an opportunity for me to create a space to thank my friends, to thank all the people that helped me get to the position that I'm in, and I just want to be able to give back. You know, this year has been a very successful year for me. It's probably the most successful year that I've had. That does mean it's taken me away from the YouTube stuff, and I do apologize, but it has been an awesome year, and it's not actually without you guys on the other end of this camera that make it possible as well. So while not all of you will be able to be there, there will be an opportunity to express my gratitude and my love for you all as well, in the form of filming it and acknowledging you all at the same time. I think that'll about do it for this video. I want to make it so it's quite succinct and I can get it online for you as soon as possible. I just want to say, if you're watching this, thank you so much for sticking in there with me. I really am passionate about YouTube, so over the next few months, you know, decisions are going to be made that enable me to do this on a more consistent basis. I love the space that I'm in my apartment. I haven't always had the opportunity to use it, so it's awesome. Let me know what you think about my video production skills. I'd be really interested to know. And let me know if you'd like to know about the equipment I'm using. If there's something you're interested in and someone leaves a comment, I can definitely drop details about my equipment. I'm very considerate when I think about camera equipment, because, you know, it's not cheap, and if you're getting into YouTube, you kind of need to have that reassurance within yourself that it's absolutely what you want to do. With that being said, you know, I'm really interested in collaborations, So if there's anybody in New Zealand in the same sort of tech space or even disability space that I am, and you've been thinking about a YouTube channel and you think you want to get together, leave me a private message. I think private messages are possible on YouTube. Not quite sure, but I'll also leave my social media links down below as well, and worst comes to worst, you can always get a hold of me on Twitter. Well guys, that'll do it for this episode of Jaded. I've really enjoyed offloading on you guys, and I really appreciate all the love and support you give me every day. So as I always say, thank you for being a part of the channel. Thank you for being a part of the journey. And we'll see you in the next one.